welcome back to my channel. My name is Rita and I am bringing a little something different to the channel this time because I wanted to upload at least 2 times a week, but it's not been possible. I was trying to make a video on a really long case and I hope you guys can like it. So I decided to start something new, which is a series of Reddit nosleep stories. If you guys don't know what it is, Reddit nosleep is a subreddit that where people can share all sorts of horror stories. They are really good, and I'm going to be reading one of my favorite stories on this subreddit, and I hope to upload that one really long case soon, and I hope you guys like this kind of videos. So I'm going to look down because I'm going to read from my phone, but the story I'm going to read is called "We received a message from outer space. It came from a 9-year-old girl." It was posted 10 months ago from Richard Saxon, and I'm going to leave the link down below if you guys want to read it. This has more than one part. I don't know how many parts this has. I want to make these videos, reading horror stories because it goes into the purpose of this channel because it's creepy and mysterious. If you guys want to, this is a really good writer. He has several successful Reddit stories. So like I said, I'm going to leave the link down below for the stories and also his profile. All credits go to him. Well, this is actually just as one part, but it's really spooky and I really like this story. So I'm going to start. There are currently 6 people in space, all officially listed as crew members aboard the ISS. They are Christina Koch, Nick Ake, Alexei Oshnovich, Alexander Skorvnosors, Andrew Morgan, and Luca Parmidano. Which is why we were so shocked when we received a transmission out of nowhere, one that didn't come from the ISS. Of course, it could have been from any of the 4,987 satellites orbiting at various distances around our planet. It could have just bounced off one of them and returned to Earth, making it appear as an alien signal. But it didn't. The transmission came from a satellite in geostationary orbit, as a semi-live feed with minimal delay. What we heard was the voice of a little girl calling out for help in panic. We scrambled around the office at NASA, desperately trying to determine if it was a mistake, some sort of prank, but without a doubt originated from the satellite. "Hello?" the little girl called out, on the brink of crying. None of us said a word. We simply stared in awe, each of us hoping someone else would take initiative and respond to the frightened little girl. "I'm scared. Please help me," she continued, now sobbing. After what felt like an eternity, I finally grabbed a microphone, unable to bear the increasing tension. "Hello, my name is Robert Jones. Who am I speaking to?" "My name is Amy. Where are you? Why can't I see you?" I took a deep breath, half expecting my coworkers to burst out laughing. Their faces were enough proof that they weren't in on the possible joke. "We're talking over radio, Amy. That's why you can't see me. How did you find this channel?" "It's cold. Can you help me out?" she asked, ignoring my question. "I want to go home." I swallowed hard. She sounded so frightened, so confused, yet my gut told me something was wrong. "Amy, can you tell me where you are?" While I waited for a response, one of my coworkers got in contact with a colleague over at Roscosmos, confirming that they were also receiving the signal. They were frantically trying to get us all to confess the prank. We shot back with our own accusations, but as they sent us a live feed of their conversation with the girl, we were all baffled to hear that she was speaking Russian. "I don't know where I am. It's dark and I can't see anything." At that point, the event had attracted a lot of attention around the office. When the administration found out, we were quickly shut down and the more senior staff members took over. I paced around the office, not able to shake the feeling that something terrible was about to happen. Thousands of questions whirled around inside my head, none of which I could reasonably explain using logic. "Rob, Do you have a minute? My boss asked as he stepped out from the comms area. He sighed. She asked to speak with you personally. We can't get a single coherent word out of her. I know it's a bit uncomfortable, but we need to figure out what the hell is going on here. I didn't even hesitate. I basically charged past my boss, barged into the room, and only slowed down as I stood in front of the microphone. I grabbed a headset and turned it on, not entirely ready to face what was on the other side. Amy? I asked. Robert, is that you? I nodded for a second, forgetting she couldn't see me. Yes, I'm here, Amy. Listen, I need to know how you got to where you are right now. What happened to you? I don't know. My mommy took me to see a doctor. They put me in a machine. They said they needed to take pictures of my brain because my head always hurts, she cried. Did the doctor tell you what the machine was? Did he call it an MRI? Uh-huh. I think that's what the doctor said. I looked around the room, my superiors as dumbfounded as myself, some in heated discussions with the higher-ups. The news was spreading through the company like wildfire, yet no one admitted to knowing what was happening. Amy, can you move around? My boss gestured for my attention. Figure out who she is, he whispered. No, I can't feel my arms or legs, she said. I lost focus for a moment as my boss scribbled down something on a piece of paper and held it up in front of me. A list of questions he wanted me to ask. I hesitated, not because of the questions, but because I didn't feel comfortable knowing the answers. How old are you, Amy? I'm 9. And what's your last name? Keeper. My name is Amy Keeper. The others were coordinating with the Russians at Roscosmos. They were getting the same answers as us, except spoken in Russian. So I asked the only question I could think of. Amy, are you talking to anyone else right now? She didn't respond, so I asked again. Silence. Then another question popped up on my mind. Why me? Amy, why did you want to speak to me? She stopped sulking for a moment. Because I don't want you to die. I looked at my colleagues. They seemed equally shocked at her statement, confirming what I'd just heard. What do you mean? She continued crying, sobbing about wanting to go home. Within a minute, without any response, we lost contact. Our colleague from Russia was furious, spouting platitudes that threatening with death even as a prank was going too far. Apparently they'd gotten a similar message from Amy. After a quick search, we found a single Amy Keeper, with age and recent hospital visit, that matched the person we'd just spoken to. She had passed away from a brain tumor, glioblastoma, 6 months ago. Her entire treatment history originated from a private hospital, one that has since ceased its operations and closed down. We managed to find the satellite and the little information about it that exists. Apparently, it had been launched into the spring of this year, but while the name was listed, we found no information about who launched it. Artifacts 040919. Last night, I got a call from my coworker. He just received news that one of our Russian counterparts, the radio operator speaking to Amy, had been found dead in his apartment. No autopsy report yet released, but suspected suicide. He'd been warned, just like myself, but the most disturbing thing isn't that he predicted my death long after her own demise. What really terrifies me is that whoever or whatever Amy is, we communicated directly between our offices at NASA and a known habitable satellite. Meaning, the message didn't come from Earth, then bounced off the satellite before reaching our offices. The messages came directly from the satellite. I really like this story. It's super creepy. And Richard has written other stories that kind of complete this story and make you understand a little better what's going on. But I think this story is just one part. I couldn't find the second part, but I really, really enjoyed this one. I'm going to be coming back with more of these, and sometimes more than a story in a video, because I really enjoy these and I think people should enjoy this too. So thank you for watching this video. Drop suggestions down below, And I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye!